Kia ora and welcome to the podcast that will teach you how to listen, speak, and most importantly, understand the Cook Islands Māori language. My name is Tom Harrison, and with me is Junior Charlie, the boys from Cookie Learning. Let's get straight into it. In today's lesson, we are adding on to our two previous time lessons, and today we're focusing on telling someone the time in a specific part of the day. In English, this would be very easy. You can say AM or PM. For example, I'm going to have breakfast at 8 AM or I'm going to have dinner at 8 PM. In the Cook Islands Māori language, we use the English equivalents of morning, midday or noon, and evening. For example, if I was to say to someone, I am going to have breakfast at 8 o'clock in the morning, I would say, ka kaitio I te ora waru I te pōpongi. Before we move on to the teachings, some people in English would say, I'm going to have breakfast at 8. There's no need to say 8 a.m. There is no need to say 8 in the morning because it's quite obvious and it's implied that anyone who has breakfast at 8, it's 8 in the morning, it's 8 a.m. The same goes to someone saying, I'm going to have lunch at 12. There's no need to say 12 midday or 12 noon because lunch is usually at that time, and the same goes for dinner. Let's begin. In this lesson, there are 4 parts. In English, these are morning, noon, evening, and night. For the ease of this lesson, my definition of morning is from 12 a.m. to 11:59 a.m. If I wanted to say it's 9 o'clock in the morning, this would be e ora iwa teia I te pōpongi. The last 3 words are I te pōpongi. I te pōpongi. Repeat after me. I te pōpongi. I te pōpongi. This means in the morning. Pōpongi is morning. This is spelled P-O-P-O-N-G-I. Now let's move on to noon or midday. Noon in the Cook Islands Māori language is awatea. Just be aware that morning and noon, pōpongi and awatea, sort of mixed together. And my definition of awatea or noon is between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. If I was to say it's 12 noon, this would be e orongo uru mā rua teia I te awatea. E orongo uru mā rua teia I te awatea. This translates to it's 12 noon or it's 12 midday. The 3 words used are I te awatea. I being in, te meaning the, in the, and awatea is noon or midday. Repeat after me. I te awatea. I te awatea. I te awatea. I te awatea. Awatea is spelled A-V-A-T-E-A. Now let's move on to evening. My definition of evening is between 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. If I was to say the time is 4 p.m., this would be e ora a teia I te iai. E ora a teia I te iai. The words used to indicate it's evening is I te iai. Repeat after me. I te iai. I te iai. I te iai. The word iai is spelled A-I-A-I. And the last one is night. My definition of night is any time after 6 p.m. all the way to 11:59 p.m. If I said it's 11 o'clock at night, this would be e orongo uru mā tai I te pō. It's 11 o'clock at night, e orongo uru mā tai I te pō. The words used to explain that it's night is I te pō. in the night, or in the dark. Repeat after me. I te pō. I te pō. These are the 4 words used to indicate the time in the specific times of the day. Let's have a quick recap. That's morning, we say I te popongi. Noon or midday, I te hawatea. Evening is I te aiai. And night, I te pō. Popongi, hawatea, aiai, pō. I'll say that again. Popongi, hawatea, aiai, pō. Now, this is part 3 of the time lessons. I strongly advise you listen to part 1 and 2 before coming and listening to this one, because it can all seem very, very confusing. I've really tried my best to explain it, and hopefully you can get a grasp of it. If not, listen to parts 1 and 2, and then if you have to, put this on replay and give it another go. That brings us to the end of the lesson. Please remember that mastering the Cook Islands Māori language is about being consistent and being patient. Thank you for listening. In order to keep our language thriving and alive, we need your help, so please share it with your friends, leave a review, tell us how we can improve. If you'd like to contact us via email, you can do so at info@kukilearning.com. That's info@kukilearning.com. Kia ora e kia manuia.